Lotus Honda is looking to improve on the third place of the 1987 season under management of Whippy Whip. They managed to secure another engine deal with ever-reliable Honda. In a late shock, Whippy managed to secure a contract with the up-and-coming Brazilian driver Ayrton Senna. All previous reports stated that Senna was looking to line up a deal with Mclaren, but something must have enticed him to stick with the Lotus squad. Japanese driver Satoru Nakajima will line up next to Senna once again. Although some might say he is not the highest quality of driver, he has plenty of experience, and most importantly for Lotus, won't get in the way of Senna's talent. The Brit, Jonathan Palmer, will likely see himself in the reserve role for the time being. Lotus seems to have a strong lineup and package that might be enough to challenge for a championship. Only time may tell. Tyrrell Zaxpeed, led by Domi, finished 6th in the Constructors last year. Tyrrell have elected to secure an engine deal with Zaxpeed over Ford, which they ran last year. This way, Tyrrell is hoping for an increase in power to help them challenge for higher positions. They have secured the services of 2 IndyCar drivers, the first being Michael Andretti, who finished 2nd in the IndyCar Championship last year. Some doubt if he will be able to adjust to the highly technical F1 sport coming from IndyCar. The second driver, Al Unser Jr., has managed to put 2 24-hour Le Mans victories in his pocket over the last couple years. He also finished 3rd in the IndyCar Championship. Gil de Ferran will likely be the reserve driver for Tyrrell. The 21-year-old Brazilian has had reasonable success in junior categories and is expected to be a talent for the future. Let's see if Tyrrell can free themselves from the midfield this season. Championship-winning Williams Judd is being led by Errol. Williams switching engines from Honda last year to Judd this year. We will have to see if the Judd engine can provide the same performance and reliability as Honda. Their first driver, the Brit Jeff Lees, has picked up 2 Formula 2 championships in the past and finished 3rd in the Japanese F2 series last year. Experience will be key for Williams, as Nelson Piquet made a shock move to Benetton. Alongside Lees will be the Australian Jeff Brabham. Brabham, mainly having experience in Australian and American series, was hinted to be driving in the IMSA Championship this year, but it seems the charms of F1 have lured him into the sport and to a championship-winning team. Young Irishman Eddie Irvine will be the 3rd. With reasonable success in his so far short career, having won the Irish Formula 4 Championship, Irvine looks to be a talent for the future. Looking at Williams during the first test might suggest they have taken a step backwards. This is obviously all just estimations, as it is unclear what kind of programs they are running. Let's see if they can challenge for a championship again this season. McLaren Honda, led by the Iberian, Ariel, finished 2nd last season. With Porsche leaving the sport, McLaren had to look for a solution, and seems to have found it with the Honda engines. Frenchman Alain Prost lines up for the British outfit again this year. The 2-time champion believing he can grasp a trifecta this year. We would surely write him up as a challenger. The first to line up alongside the experienced and accomplished Prost will be Italian Ivan Capelli. 25-year-old Capelli, having success in the F3 category in the past, is possibly looking to learn and improve with guidance from Prost. Son of Jack Brabham, David, will be the 3rd driver for McLaren. David, winning last year's Australian F2 series, has plenty of time for a career to develop. We expect him to do most of the testing for McLaren. McLaren has a really strong package in both drivers and car, so we expect them to challenge for the championship. March Ford will be managed by Cozy. Finishing dead last year with a single point, March have ambitions for the new season. With a sleek-looking car designed by Adrian Newey, they will be looking to improve. Newey previously designing championship-winning cars and sports cars and Indy. Experienced American Eddie Cheever will be lining up for March. Gathering the most points for the Arrows outfit last season, he will be looking to make most of the sleek March design this year. Last year's second place, Nigel Mansell, must have also seen promising prospects with March, as he joins coming from the championship winning outfit Williams. Johnny Herbert lining up as a third driver for March. The 24-year-old, winning the British Formula 3 championship last year, will be looking to build experience in the top flight of motorsport. March seems to have a solid package to fight for points. The sleek car design will be a make or break for the season. Arrow's Megatron is led by Erdmann. The British outfit, finishing in a respectable 7th place last year, is looking to further build on that result. They will still be running the rebadged BMW engine. Lining up for Arrows will be the plenty experienced Brazilian Roberto Moreno. We expect him to hold his own on the grid and provide solid results. Arrows went for another experienced signing in Stefan Johansson. Johansson, with plenty of experience across multiple racing series, is a jack of trades looking for success with Arrows. 29-year-old Martin Brundle has shown great performances in the past, but the horror crash in '84 has some believe he won't be able to return to the same level of driving. Maybe he can prove them wrong with Arrows. Arrows look to be a solid outfit and could perhaps surprise this season. Benetton Ford is managed by the Portuguese, Jones. The Italian squad looking to build on a solid P5 finish last year, trusting the Ford engine to assist them in this endeavor. Benetton surprised by signing current world champion Nelson Piquet. The now 3-time world champion is looking to fight for another title and believes Benetton can support him in this. Alongside Piquet will be the Austrian, Gerhard Berger. Berger has shown flashes of greatness in the past, but so far it seems things haven't quite lined up for the 29-year-old. The experienced French driver, René Arnoux, will be the third to line up for Benetton. It is unclear who Benetton will pick as their second driver, the plenty experienced Arnoux or the young violence of Berger. With a successful previous year and a very solid package this year, the Benetton squad will be trying to aim high. Minardi Osella is led by MDK. Minardi liking to run the rebadged Alfa Romeo engine. The older engine is reported to provide plenty of power, but is expected to be very fragile. The undoubted leader of the team, Mario Andretti, sporting an F1 title and 4 IndyCar titles, Andretti will be looking to lead the team from the front. Even though his age is starting to show through, plenty can be made up with his experience. Japanese driver Keiji Matsumoto, the second driver for Minardi, seems to be a provider of financial security for the smaller outfit. Matsumoto has previously won the Japanese F2 championship, so he can back up his deep pockets with driving skill. Ross Cheever, brother of Eddie, winning the Japanese F3 championship last year, the 24-year-old has promising talent and will likely be building on a solid foundation as a reserve driver. Minardi is expected to be the dark horse of the season. Their car is expected to be fastest over 1 lap. They could surprise with big results, granted the car holds up for a race distance. Ligier Ferrari is managed by Moffel, who apparently changed his name to Maffier to fit better in with the French outfit. Ligier is electing to use engines provided by Ferrari, a solid choice which might help them improve over the last year's 12th place in the Constructors. 20-year-old Mika Hakkinen was the first signing by Ligier. The Finnish prospect has been extremely successful in Nordic Junior Series. The question is whether Ligier will give him a primary seat or if he is one for the future. Ligier is going for youth, as their second pick is Jean Alesi, the young Frenchman picking up the F3 title in France last year. We await who will get the second seat between him and Hakkinen. The third signing will be the Japanese Kazuyoshi Hoshino. Hoshino brings in plenty of experience and skill with a very successful racing career in Japan. With 7 Japanese titles under his name, it is no doubt Kazuyoshi is expected to lead the team for the younger generation. Ligier is looking to improve from last year. With a serious investment in a Ferrari engine and a promising lineup, they will no doubt be trying to be a solid midfield runner. Ferrari is led by Hyla. Securing an engine deal with Ligier has provided Ferrari with extra resources for the season, which will be very useful. Although first reports were Ferrari were trying to negotiate with Senna, they eventually settled with the experienced and one-time F1 world champion Emerson Fittipaldi. The Brazilian sports a successful career and says he has plenty left in the tank and thinks Ferrari is a perfect fit. Teo Fabi is a solid second signing by the Scuderia. The Italian is looking to revitalize his career with Ferrari over Benetton. Another native, 24-year-old Alex Caffey, has been on Ferrari's radar with a fairly consistent and successful F3 career so far. Caffey could be one for the future. Ferrari has a promising package, and after a 4th place last year, they are looking to challenge for the title once more. Zakspeed is led by Edison. In a turn of events, Senna Stoffmehl was fired at Zakspeed before the season even started. Some suggest foul play from Domi and Edison, which forced Senna Stoffmehl's exit. Zakspeed is providing engines for Tyrrell, and it sees the small team be more financially secure. Patrick de Wolf is the first signing for Zakspeed. The Belgian has picked up a triple crown in the Benelux Formula Ford 1600 Championship in 1987. The relatively unknown driver was picked up by Zakspeed in an effort to get them higher up in the standings. With options running out for Thierry Boutsen after he was released by Benetton, it seems his cooperation is more of a must rather than a want. Regardless, Boutsen is an experienced F1 driver who might be able to help drag Zakspeed up. The promising German, 24-year-old Bernd Schneider, is the 1987 German Formula 3 champion. Expected to be in the reserve role, Schneider might be an option for the future. With no points scored last year, Zakspeed is looking to improve and at least latch onto the back of the midfield. Don't expect any miracles from this team. Let's now see how the first preseason test played out.